Welcome to the channel and thanks for having a look. If you're as a subscriber or return viewer or first time looking, thanks for checking it out. And today's video we're continuing on with that hind build that we started, and I've just taken a little bit of the blue tack off across the back here, but now I'll take it off the main part of the aircraft, and I'll just start by removing this paint tin. We just put a bit of blue tack on there to hold that together, and I was just holding that. So if you check out the previous video, the hind build, you'll see that. And now I'm just going to start removing this blue tack and having a look at this camouflage pattern we've got, which is quite dark. And normally with the builds I do two aircraft in slightly different colours, but we're waiting on a replacement part for one of the aircraft, so unfortunately we've just got this sort of dark camouflage pattern. But this is just more removing the blue tack off, having a quick look at it, and then we'll get back into painting some details on it. So you just go around and remove that blue tack and start to have a look at that camouflage pattern. If I was going to do a third colour, I'd leave the blue tack on and then put the next lot over it, so we'd cover the colour we just did, which is the brown. But we're just doing a two-tone camouflage pattern, quite dark, so you can see there the colours are quite dark next to each other. And yeah, like I said, normally I'd have two, but we're waiting on a part for one, so we're down to one for the rest of the build, so it's a little bit painful sometimes. I understand if everyone wants to skip forward whilst I'm doing this. So get that blue tack off. And the reason I'm showing this is just because I show everything on my builds that I do, and I try not to edit the videos really at all, so you get to see how it's done. And I want a fairly weathered look on the aircraft, like some of the transport helicopters used by the Soviets were just constantly in service, and definitely the aircraft I saw, some of them just used like just so. Anyway, that's the blue tack off, and go around just tidy up a few little spots if there's any there. I find sometimes blue tack ones just like this likes to stick to little bits of blue tack, so it'll bring it off. So that's our basic pattern. It's very dark, so the two colours are pretty dark, and you can see there's a couple lines on the aircraft there where the paint's a little bit thicker, so we'll try and tidy that up a little bit too. But what I wanted to do today's video, most people colour them black, or they put some sort of accent colour through it that would be black or something like that. So I'm going to use an orange brown to give it a dusty, dirty environment look, and I want to make it look like it could be in Iraq or in Afghanistan in the 80s, late 70s, early 80s, from the Soviet side. So I thought this would be good and just show a different colour. So having normal aircraft colour, which would be like a black. So we'll see how we go with this. Try and run a bit through. And remember, we're going for a weathered helicopter look. And of course, we're going to paint these windows, so we'll come back and touch them up. This is just to start getting some colour into the aircraft. And so we'll do this twice. We'll do it once now to get a bit of colour just inside those lines, and then we'll do it again once the aircraft's completely painted. And like I say, this is just one method of doing it. You know, there's plenty of methods. Don't think this is some sort of awesome method to the be all and end all. It's just one way that I do it sometimes. So yeah. But yeah, like I said, we'll go back over all this again. This is just to start getting some initial colour in it. Like that. And then my next colour I'll use is black grey, and that's just for the tyres. So give that black grey a good shake. I've got my little palette here and some brushes, and I'll go fairly wide with the brush, so I'm going to use the number 1 brush. So I get a little bit of paint on the palette. Also, I've got the pipettes that I use, and I grab a little bit of water and put it in one of the cells in that tray just to wash out that brush, water-based paints. So I just brush them out. There's plenty of different stuff to use, and I've shown other videos where I've used other products, but for this build, I'm just using that just water method, which is just to rinse the brushes out in water, and I'll just go around and start painting these tyres. Give them a bit of colour. And I only did one side of the aircraft with that accent panel line, with the panel line colour, because I'll do a bit off camera as well. So as easy as you like, go around and paint those wheels. And don't forget my modelling's to just that basic gaming standard. There's some really good guys out there doing stuff to that high level gaming standard. So I'll go around and paint all that up, get the wheels looking good. I'll get the rest of that panel line colour in, which is just a base colour. Then when we paint the rest of the aircraft, then we'll come back and finish it off. So I sort of have 2 layers of that panel line colour. And whilst I've got the paint out, I'll also paint these rotor blades. So I'll go around and continue to do that. I'll get that panel line colour on it and get that aircraft ready for our next round of painting. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thank you.